Okay. What is your narrative about how this is supposed to all go? What is the story that you're trying to fulfill?
With this podcast?
Or with more so with how we're doing things right now, and like what we're doing, and like the progress, or like the steps so far, and like the sequence,
Um,
because I think we're totally not on the same page. But that's fine the way things are right now.
you go first.
Okay. I just want to see evidence that we can have a discussion that I feel inspiration about. That's all I care about securing right now. If I could secure that, then we could add the. And even if already what you said before, which is like don't underestimate the difficulty of doing this under structure versus not having a structure, or like you have to, like, it's all about, for me, about finding the feeling of being inspired. Because when I watch other people, I can so easily tell the moments when they're inspired versus when they're not inspired.
Doing a podcast is not an inspirational thing. The people that do podcasts, aside from a very small few, are people that are already artists and have value in the world that they have brought to the world and given, and they have earned the right to just sit here and self-masturbate talking about things where they can just talk about inspirational things, and they just ramble because they already have a following and base that will listen to them.
So, like,
we should just make pottery then.
Okay, so for me personally, let's go like this. So when you see like the hottest girl from the 80s, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you like look at their 80s haircut.
Yeah.
You're like, what the fuck is that?
Sure.
And like, no matter how hot she is or whatever, like you just look at that hair and you're like, what the like?
Yeah.
Why the fuck would any guy ever like that? Like,
Mm-hmm.
that's fucking disgusting. Like, it looks like shit, right? Okay. That's how I thought most things are.
Okay.
Like music, or like acting, or like movies, TV, all this stuff, right? I never had faith in people that, even if I could, like, oh, I'm so smart and I'm so wise that I could see through that, and I could watch a movie from the 1970s and love it, because like I'm so wise and smart, so I can enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
I can like get it. But no one else can. Like, all these people today are such idiots. Like they can't even do that. Like, they just take one look at it and they're like, oh, this is an old movie, and they just get completely turned off, and then they just like go away. Okay? All right.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the topic. That's the concept.
Mm-hmm.
I actually think people aren't like that. Now I have so much faith in people that they can smell what's good or what's bad. Like kids today can appreciate James Brown.
Okay.
Like, it's not like they'll put on a video of James Brown. They'll be like, who is this ugly ass, like unproportional, like weirdly dressed, like freak? Actually,
just keep it simple. Within games, like they'll be able to play like Ocarina of Time and be like, this is a great game.
Yeah,
as an example.
Okay, generally speaking. Okay,
generally speaking. It's like they won't be like, ew, graphics, or what is this, controller?
Yeah, so where I'm going with this is, what I'm trying to do is create something that's timeless. And what I mean by timeless is,
it's just good.
People will feel it. Like I reflect upon
It
that.
just feels so okay. Yeah, okay, go ahead. You
Um,
reflect on this a lot.
I reflect on that as like a human being. Yeah. I don't want to go into that. I don't want to get into that.
I just I'm happy to not have this thing here. I'm happy to be in a shitty room and just press record and we just start talking. I'm happy to not even have equipment. I'm happy to just have a iPhone camera and just talk. And basically you're trying to just have a podcast like Go. Okay, where it's like all the stuff's stripped and like it's genius, so it's genius. I think to go back to what you said last time, it's what is it? Words very
Yeah, like self-indulgent,
it's very self-indulging and
yeah,
very egotistical
yeah,
to think that we can just sit here and just have a conversation and it's genius and we think it's genius, but
yeah.
I have lived enough of my life where I thought I'm a genius that I could just record myself and everyone's gonna love it, and that to me is very quite frankly crazy. Are you suggesting we have no standards?
No. So first of all,
that was the what I was doing. I was basically saying, okay, let's remove every single standard, and what are the standards that matter to you about this? That we just have a good conversation and it's on camera.
so that's
I'm putting standards. It's
yeah.
like,
So obviously we need some kind of direction or structure or whatever like that. But what is it?
I mean, to me, what it sounds like is you don't even want to be able to put it into the universe until you've discovered what it is, and then you make standards around it. But to me, that's just dumb, because every person that started a YouTube channel or started a podcast or whatever was shitty, and they figured out their standards as they went. And so it's like, might as well start with what we think is a shot at the standards and then just change the standards instead of having no standards to figure out what the standard, like it just seems like a difference in where the real stuff starts.
Wait. So what is our podcast about? I don't even know. Is it about anime and video games?
Yeah, we just talk about anime and video games.
Hmm.
But no. So that's the portal through which people enter.
Okay.
Really, all that I want to do is get to a point where we can talk interestingly and deeply about things without
have an audience.
without naming our podcast the Deep Talk podcast.
Mm.
We might as well pick a arena where which we can branch out into deeper conversations. But I absolutely hate. Maybe it's just this is my personality showing. Like, I always give shit to restaurants that name themselves like Taste Los Angeles. Like my restaurant's called Taste because every taste you eat is the best taste. It's like
It's a good restaurant idea. All right. How long do you want a podcast episode to be?
anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour and a half.
Do you think you can actually create something that fills up 30 minutes of space?
I did, but you wouldn't.
Stay on track.
It's just, I get the.
No, I can. No, okay. No, let me.
I feel like.
Let me clarify what I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm not saying anything.
Okay.
All I'm saying is, I want to secure that I could feel a level of inspiration before I start doing anything else.
You can, but the The issue is you have to be able to do it in a
I know.
in a
Structured setting.
Yes.
But okay, then that's the next step. Like that's the next step then.
That is what we're doing.
I know, but
I don't know why
secure...
you're bifurcating us doing it with you learning how to do that or figuring out what it is. I don't know why this is a separate step. The step is you just start fucking recording within a framework, and then if the framework sucks, we change the framework, or you get better, or we both suck. There's no like we have to first discover if we can be inspired, and then we can. Obviously, we can, and then the next step is we need to be able to within a framework act. And it's the most autistic way to think about this. It's just these are the rules. If you would like to change the rules, I'm happy to change the rules. Let's play by the rules and try to be inspired. And if the rules suck, then we change the rules. Or if we suck, we suck.
I can't argue with that logic.
I like
that's good logic.
I would, and to me, I would love to just hit record and just talk what we talk about work, talk about things that are where we are naturally in the inspiration mode. But that by definition to me is not a podcast, or we haven't earned the right to do that yet. That's like episode 500 of you have 1 million followers, and then they will then they will like know you, and you can talk about where the fuck you want, and they'll love it, you know? But okay, the way I think about it is I am trying to get to that point as fast as possible, and you are literally like, not you, but the way that you're approaching it will never get there. We're just gonna be we're before no one cares, self masturbating about our depth.
Very good.